Hey guys, Donald the Solo RPG guy here. Come back at you with a quick review, or should I say overview, of a product called Tables for One, a solo game master's reference. This is made by Michael Stasis. You may know him better as Swords in Solitude on the YouTubes. I will put a link to his channel below. What is Tables for One? Well, Tables for One, here's his story, but in a nutshell, it's a system neutral D20 based set of random tables designed to build your worlds quickly and reduce page flipping. Nothing breaks the immersion more than searching across several RPG books looking for just the right thing. Or in my case, or in some other cases, sometimes just even one book, trying to find that right chart for the right thing. So he has taken his most used tables and compiled them together into one readily accessible package. Now, when it comes to DM screens, I know everyone has their preferred preference of what they want on a screen. I am going to go through and show you his, and you can see if this is a product you want to add to your collection. Let's start with the first page. There's a setup. You're supposed to print it out and mount it, or you can just print it out and stick it on a clipboard or whatever your preferred method will be. But he's designed it so it should be mounted. And as you can see, it's 5 screens. The first part is the quest. You roll a d20 for a random action, subject, motivation, and if necessary, objects and artifacts. And this will give you your idea for a quest, which for most solo RPGers, that's where they need the most help. They can make a character in their favorite system, but then when they sit down to play, they have no idea what to do. Well, here's your idea of what to do. Simply roll up a quest. And then the next part he has is designed for hex crawling, overland travel. You get your terrain types, your vegetation density, and weather charts. And if you notice, if you look at the terrain types, for example, if you're in a swamp, you have a very large chance of your next hex being a swamp. If you look at your plains, you have a very good chance your next hex being a plain, etc. That's one of my hits on most of the hex tables you see in other books. They give you just a random 1 in 6 chance of you running into pretty much any terrain type, regardless of the terrain type you're starting from, and kind of makes your map look kind of wonky. This is more realistic. Of course, again, vegetation, weather, and then he's added atmospherics. You just need, another key word to help you, get into that mood and describe the scene that you were in. All right, we'll move on now to the next page, which has your random direction and various plants based on the various terrains. And there you can see the list. Then he's also added points of interest, which are always important on a hex crawl type thing. Uh, Traveling party, which is one of the things you can come across as a random encounter. If you look at the random encounter chart, monster, NPC, traveling party, and animal. He also has a basic reaction chart. And then, of course, he also has a transportation chart, which when you slide down here now to the monsters and animals, you'll notice that they're just generic. This is designed for any RPG system. You are supposed to roll on these charts and then refer to your RPG of choice to get the game stats. This GM screen is basically system neutral. You can use it for any RPG. And of course, once you print it out, you can change these if you want, either by hand or if you have some technical skills and can change a PDF, you can use this as a basis to create your own GM screen. I have a habit of sometimes making a little short GM screen for myself sometimes, and it's good to have something like this as a basis to make my GM screen. On that same page now, we got the locations, your settlements and your structures, the types of settlement, size of the settlement, the various structures, the conditions, the materials it's made of, if that's important, and its purpose. that kind of helps give you an idea of why that settlement is there and helps, of course, build your scene. He also has a trimmed down version of basically the universal NPC emulator, where you can have an NPC generator for both commoners and highborns. You have masculine and feminine names, the surnames, and their various occupations. And as you slide down here, you also have a couple of charts for character traits if you need those. And then if you need additional depth, why they're talking to you or what their situation is about, what's their motivation, you've got some modifier charts here to add that to your list. Then we have the all important Oracle tables. Can't do a solo without some Oracle tables. And again, this is based on the D20. You'll notice he has the no and, no buts, yes and, yes buts, and then he's got in the middle open. For me, that would probably indicate some random event of some case. He also has for open questions, you got your action and your subject. So if you have to have you have a question, it's an open-ended question, like what does the sign say, or what is the response the innkeeper gives you, or whatever the case may be. You have an action subject there. And then, of course, you've got some miscellaneous ones here regarding distance. That's basically how far is the thing from Scarlet Heroes, various colors, values, textures, space, time, size, and if you're stuck, he has additional words there to, you know, get your memory kicked in, get that imagination going. And that is a quick run through. It's like I said, it's 5 pages, and if you're someone who's new to RPG and you don't want to spend big money on the mythics or anything else, this might be something you might want to take a look at. And depending on your technical skills, you can go in there and change your the stuff around. But that is solely up to you. And I just wanted to give you a quick overview. He asked me to give a quick review of his product. I'm going to put, like I said, the links below. And if this is something you're interested in, feel free to go check it out. Also, feel free to go check out his YouTube channel. He's got some solo RPG playing, and in episode 4, he is actually using his GM screen. So if you want to see the product in use, you can watch that there on his channel. But until then, this is all I got for now. And till my next video, happy gaming.